Also a career coach. I have my own business, Eventful Concepts. As also I have my own women's group called Independent Ladies, spelled ND, Pendant, the ND stands for Naturally Dynamic. I am not from here. I'm actually from DC. So what brought me here is, like I said, I am a recruiter. I help people find jobs all over the United States. I've been doing it for 20 years. I have a 20-year-old daughter. You're like, how in the world she got a 20-year-old daughter? I am 39. I'll be 40 next year. But I actually wrote this book, I Found Strength in My Struggles. And so when I had to come out here for my job, my government job, actually I didn't want to come, to be honest with you. I was like, I haven't been in a plane in 13 years. I was afraid. I was scared. And I was like, I got to get over this fear. And so I knew I was going to be out here for 4 days. And I said, well, what I'm going to do the last night I'm here on Friday. So about a month ago, right before Thanksgiving, I was just Googling. I was like, let me just see what's going on in St. Louis area. And so I Googled women's empowerment events because, again, my goal is to empower, encourage, and engage with others. And so this event came up, and it was perfect because I reached out to her, and I was like, do you guys have any more vendor spots? Do you need speakers? I do it for free. This is my passion. And she was like, well, we already got the speakers locked down. However, you can be a vendor. So I was like, okay. So I was trying to figure out, again, I didn't want to get on the plane. So I was trying to figure out how I'm going to get these books on the plane. And I was like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and check it in. But so I'm glad to be a part of this event. But this book has really, truly blessed me. It took me 3 years to write it. Actually, it was finished about a year ago, but that fear kicked in. And so I've always been the type of person, I'm always looking at self-help books. And so a lot of times when you read self-help books, you read it, it goes in one ear, it goes out the other ear. So what makes this book different is it is part spiritual journey, it's part autobiography, and it's all raw truth. I talk about me being in a domestic relationship, domestic violence relationship. I talk about me being in my homeless, sleeping in my car for 6 months, trying to hide it, and be a project manager going into the job every day, knowing when I leave, I'm going into my car. I talk about self-medication with alcohol. I masked pain with alcohol. I wasn't waking up drinking, but when I got off, I had to have my drink because it was just a reason. It was like whether it was my people at my job getting on my nerves or had financial issues going on, and it was like just me masking it. I also, throughout this the difficult time of my life, I went through anxiety and I went through depression. And like she was saying, my family, like, girl, just pray about it. Ain't nothing wrong with you. And so the doctors had tried all these different medicines with Zoloft, Wellbutrin, Xanax, you name it. And so, but I refused to lose, okay? And